Hello everybody, welcome to a Facebook Live with Jeannie. Yes, I am here. Sorry I'm late. If you know me really well, you know that probably why I'm late is because I couldn't find something. And yes, I couldn't find my phone. So, I am telling you, thank goodness for Alexa, thank goodness for Tile. On the back of my phone, I have a little tile thing so that I can always find it. I have to tell Alexa to find my phone and she starts to ring my phone. So I better not say that too loud because they will start to ring my phone and it will go crazy and I'll fall off the air. So I'm so glad you're here today. I am going to talk about the bird's eye view. Did I take that stamp set here? Yes. Oh, love this stamp set. So cute. I was a little torn. What do you do when it's the week of Thanksgiving, almost Christmas? What do you do do you do a Christmas card? Do you do a Thanksgiving card? It's almost too late for both. Not really. But anyway, I decided to use Bird's Eye View. Cute, 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 cute stamp set. I love it. And I have some really, really cute cards to share with you. I'm going to start with probably the easiest and we'll see how it goes. And then we'll go from there and go on to and end with a Christmas card. And I'm also going to show you a fancy fold card that I learned how to make this weekend. Really easy. The card is not included in the card class to go, but the other three are. You'll get 2 of each card. Make sure you like my video, send comments. I have to go back to last week's video and I have to pick a winner. I'm sorry, I'm going to tag you in the comments today if you're the winner of last week's cards. So anyway, let's get right to things. Okay, first let me say I had a wonderful weekend up in Maine. Got to get ahead on my card making. I made all of my retreat make and take cards this weekend. That was really cool because that was a big thing that I had to get off my to-do list because retreat is coming up in less than 2 weeks. That's right. Registration closed yesterday, so if you didn't register yesterday, I'm sorry, you'll have to wait till the next one. But I'm really excited about pampering my people, and it's a holiday retreat, so I'm really excited about our theme. Anyway, let me get down to business. Hopefully you guys find me. Watch me on replay. Make sure you tell me what card you like. If you say, really like this color, I'm not going to know unless I go back to the video and I can figure out exactly where you made the comment. So if you really like a card and you really want to make a comment, tell me what card you're talking about. Let's get down to business. I'm going to flip up just like that. You'll see my November host code right here with a $35 order. You will get this card class in the mail. So there is my Stamping with Jeannie November host code. Okay, so we're going to start with the easiest card. And some of you that did my gratitude class last Thursday and this afternoon are going to recognize it. This is the card. I just varied it a little bit. Isn't that a cute Thanksgiving card? I think I'm going to color this guy a little bit differently. I found the blend I was looking for. So let's get down to business. This was a swap card that I got, and I really love how it did. There was a little pumpkin that was Pool Party, which was really cute there, but I decided I wanted to vary it and add a little bird. And isn't he adorable, this little owl? Adorable with those glasses. Okay, so this is card number 1. Let me get out my things and let's see if I have everything that I need. So besides the bird's eye view, to do this card, you would need to also have pick of the patch because you'll need to do the pumpkins. What I did first was with my quatrefoil tile embossing folder, I embossed a little piece of this. And let's see what the size of this is. I didn't take a ruler. I took it away. Hang on. Let's get things right off the bat. Okay, 4 1/4. It's probably 2 3/4. No, it's 3 by 4 1/4. So that's card number 1. So I embossed this, and then it's on a piece of Pool Party, which is just a 1/4 inch bigger height and width. So if this was 3 by 4 1/4. It's going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, the pool party. Oh no, you know what? It's only 1/8 of an inch bigger. I forgot. Okay, so if it's only 1/8 of an inch bigger, let me tell you. Yep, 4 1/4. 3 by 4 1/4, which means my white is a tad 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, there you go. Sorry, the white 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And the pool party is just a tiny bit bigger. I have here my scrap to both stamp my bird, my owl, and my pumpkins. Let me get the rest of my stuff out here. I need memento for the birds. We're going to color them in. I've got my Stampin' Blends. I've got 2 ink pads here, the Classic Ink, Cajun Craze and Pumpkin Pie. And I'm going to stamp them. And what I decided to do was just draw my stem rather than trying to punch it exactly. Do I have the pumpkin patch stamp set here? Yes, I do. This is the pumpkin builder. Mickey, cool it. Sorry, Mickey is trying to build a nest right here next to me. He always fluffs up his flat bed. Too funny. Okay, and we've got Harvest of Blessings. Okay, so let's start first with our pumpkin. I have my, because this is a photopolymer set, I like to have a pad underneath me. Let's see if I have a piece of paper, my scrap paper, handy to stamp on. Okay, I'm going to start with the lighter of the 2 colors. Don't look at this pumpkin pie ink pad. It definitely has some kind of issue. I should have bought with the sale last week, but I didn't. I did re-ink though, so let's see if we can get this. What we're going to do is stamp on our scrap. When I'm stamping, I have to tell you this right off the bat. I like to look at my punch and look how it's going to be easiest to punch. So right here, I can see it's easiest if I put my pumpkins in this way. Sometimes if I was doing it that way, I might like to put it up and down instead. Does that make sense? So I look at the punch and say, oh, it's going to stamp the best that way. So let me do that. Let me see. The tip that I can give you when you're making contact with your paper, let it sit there for a second, and it does a much better job of sinking in than if you press really hard and end up with a halo around your stamps. So that is card number 1, pumpkin number 1. I'm going to punch it out because I'm going to have to punch out my Cajun Craze as well. And that one is going to, I'm afraid that will end up being a problem. There's my first stem that I'm going to color. Let's do one more. If I was smart, I would wipe off my stamp. Even with everything I have next to me, I still don't have everything next to me. Can you believe it? Okay, so there's my chamois that I'm going to use. I'm cleaning off. Now let me open the Cajun Craze, and we're going to stamp that. A little hint, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I tried to color something with Wink of Stella, and my ink pad, it's forever marred with Wink of Stella. It's got little glitters. It doesn't hurt the stamping at all, but the pad is never going to be the same. Wink of Stella works best by maybe putting a couple of drops of re-inker, the ink refill, on your block, and then picking it up that way, rather than doing it the way I did it. Okay, there's my Cajun Craze, and we're done stamping that. The only other thing I want to do, and I've actually already done it, but is stamp my owl here. And I'm going to stamp him in memento. Where did I put him? Well, I don't know where I put him, but let me show you what he looks like already stamped. I guess I left him over on the table. This is him. Isn't he so adorable? As part of the stamp set, you've got 2 sets of glasses. And the glasses are either round or kind of old-fashioned. I don't know. They're so cool. They're really fun glasses. And when you cut out around the glasses. So let me punch out this pumpkin move my mess out of the way, and then I'm going to color my owl. I like to move my stamp where it fits best in the punch. I kind of grip the punch at the same time, and then I move my hand over here to help me give me a little bit of leverage and a little bit of extra support when I'm punching. Let me just take this is my light crumb cake blend, and I'm just going to do it like that. Just kind of color my stem. It's going to be all ready to go. Rather than stamping, it's just much easier. Okay, and then move that out of the way for a second. Let's color this guy. I'm going to start with the dark crumb cake. So this is my dark. What I like to do is use the finer tip, and I like to just kind of go over the darker areas of the thing, and I'm just kind of dotting it because it's kind of a dotted. You know what? I'm going to switch that. I'm going to use the brush tip, and I'm going to just kind of dab at those dots, just like that. And that's going to give an outline, and I'm going to take my, now is when I'll switch it. You see these finer lines, I'm going to just outline them. It's like cheating when you're drawing. It's like color by number. You've already got your hints that that's where you want something darker. So that's what I do. And then I'll take the lighter, and I'm just going to color him in. I'm going to color everything except for his nose. I'm even going to color under his glasses because glasses are clear and you see through them. So you know, you just have to avoid the nose. So I'm going to keep saying that so that I don't color the nose. What I like to do first is color the nose so that I really make sure that I don't. And that is really all there is to this guy. I fussy cut him. There's no dies for this. There probably is on Temu because they have all kinds of contraband there. I wouldn't suggest, I know I've heard from a few people that the stamps are not good quality. So don't even try it. Okay, let's build our card now. So we've got our two pumpkins. And we've got our, I've got to stamp the Harvest of Blessing. Let me get my memento here. I'm going to stamp a Harvest of Blessings. Perfect for Thanksgiving, don't you think? I should be standing up for this. If you're leaving me any comments, I'm so sorry. I can't do two things at the same time. I know I've got to try. I will answer you back. I hope you are having a great week. Is anybody traveling? Maybe you're traveling. Are you home? Are you having family? What's the plan for this week? Okay, here's our two stems. I'm going to get a glue dot here for my stem. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the top of the pumpkin instead, and I'm going to pick up the stem. Let's do it that way. That's going to work better. Let's do that for the second one. Top of the pumpkin, bring it to the glue dot, and pick up our stem, just like that. And what I'm going to do next is add a few dimensionals. I've got a couple left on this sheet. Let's do it. I'm going to put that over the stem as well to keep it in place. We'll add a couple of dimensionals. Do I have one more? Yep, one more in this corner. And I'm going to vary things because I wasn't paying attention to the card. Let's put this one on our card. So we have right here, this is going to be, we're going to put it right there. That's our first pumpkin. Our second pumpkin, we're going to put down here. And then let's just pop up our owl here too. He deserves to be popped up. Okay, one more dimensional. I don't really feel like doing scraps, so I'm going to save that for my personal cards. Let me move that out of the way. The owl is going to go right here. And then all I'm going to do is put it on a thick white cardstock base. Just going to glue that down. That's how I just do my glue. I put the tip directly to the paper and move it. You don't have to move it fast, especially if your tip is touching the paper. If you're above the paper, that's when you end up with a mess because more ink falls. Let's see. I have so many. Oh, here's some mini dots. I'm going to pop up my sentiment as well. Just like that. One more down here. Just like that. And what I'm going to do is put this up here. I'm even going to overhang it a little bit. And there we have our first card, A Harvest of Blessings. Now, I did do a little bit of this ahead of time, I have to say, but not much. So this was a nice, quick, and easy card if you want to make some for Thanksgiving yet. Oh, I forgot the dots. Let's add some dots because I have them here. These are the speckle dots, the autumn speckle dots, adhesive back speckle dots. These are going out. They're going to retire. Let's see. I think the last chance list is coming out tomorrow. So do you guys know what you want? My host code is right there, and you will get this card class in the mail. I'll put another one right there. There we go. Just a set of 3 dots. They usually say to do them in a triangle. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put them out there. So here we have the 2 cards. Isn't that so cute? Card number 1. Let me move that bin out of the way. I'll show you how to stamp the bird with my next stamp because I'm so sorry, but I guess I left it on the table. Let me show you the next card, and it's a fun card, and this is not really a Thanksgiving card. It's a thank you card. At this time in November, especially all of November, we talk about Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is gratitude and thankfulness. And the more we say to people how grateful we are, the more it comes back to us. I'm not saying that that's how you should act, that you should specifically thank people so that you get things in return. It's just the way the universe works. So if you're nice, people will be nice back. This was a fun card to make. I've changed it up for my next card because it's a little stark with the white. I've decided the white is too much, but I was already done, and I said, you know, I'm not taking it apart. So the next card is going to look a little bit different. This is the All About Autumn paper, and I wasn't sure what to do about the books, but I've seen one of the stamp images in Bird's Eye View are the books. So I kind of followed this a little bit and did the books. In this case, the gold at the end is actually wild wheat because I think wild wheat is a good gold color. It's kind of an antique-y gold color, but it is a good gold color. Let's make this card. This takes a few stamps and it's going to take me a minute, but that is okay. We've got all kinds of time. Okay, I decided, like I said, to do it on very vanilla. So instead of having my wild wheat base, I am going to put it on a thick vanilla base. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I cut my designer paper down. The back of this is so beautiful. Could have done something with that, but I really have not used the books and I wanted to use the books. This piece of designer paper is actually 3 3/4 by 5 inches, except that it's a tiny bit less. If you start from the top down to the bottom, 5 inches left a little bit of the bookshelf underneath and it wasn't quite even, so I cut that off. So it's actually 3 3/4 by 5 minus a little shave of more, if that makes sense. So it's probably like 3 3/4 by 4 and I don't know, like 30 seconds. You know, it's just a tiny bit, just enough to take that off the bottom. I'm going to add this to my pecan pie cardstock, which is 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. and we'll add it to the vanilla. I actually put some ribbon in my thing this time too, because I love ribbon, and any chance I get to use it is great. Okay, so I have a deckled circle. This circle is 3 1/8 inch in diameter, so 3 1/8 inch across. And what I'm going to do is stamp my books. So the books are going to get stamped in Memento, and then I have a huge variety of blends. I think I have like 13 blends in here to color this stamp all together, and you'll see why, because I also colored the inside. Okay, we're going to put that right there, just like that. Colors up beautifully. Let's see. I have Night of Navy, Cherry Cobbler. Like I said, I have the Wild Wheat. And what other color did I do? I think I did Pecan Pie. Let's see. Yes, I did the light Pecan Pie. So these are the 4 for the books. And we will cut our bird in just a second, because he gets cut individually and then popped up. So let's start by coloring our books. This one, they're all going to be a little bit different. I'm not coloring, whoops, stay in the line, Jeannie. That's not the best coloring I've ever done. I went outside of the line. Ooh, sorry about that. Ooh, yuck. Don't like coloring outside of the line. Then I'm going to do the Pecan Pie. And I'm actually, the last time I left a big, it looked like it was gold. This is what I did with the last one. This one is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to color all the way because it looked a little awkward with that Wild Wheat. This one, the Night of Navy. This could be a set of encyclopedias. Did you guys grow up with the encyclopedias? I love the World Book encyclopedias, and of course they were all the burgundy color or the cherry cobbler color. Okay, we're going to do it like that. And then the Wild Wheat is going to color our pages here. So that's to make it look gold, just like the encyclopedias always did. I've got my ends here. Let's put some gold there, gold there. It colors up pretty quickly, especially if you stay in the lines. Okay, anyway, next, I have a scrap here, and I'm going to stamp my bird, and my bird with the glasses, because this is one smart bird. Don't tell me, again, I don't have the bird stamp. This is crazy. Hang on a second. Let me get my stamp. Telling you, you should see the table next to me. It's full of supplies and it still doesn't have everything I need. Okay, so this bird is going to go this direction. There are a couple of birds. They go left and right. You know, they're a little bit different. So, you know, I feel like there were more stamps in there. Yeah, that is. So those are the birds. There are quite a few stamps. So, okay. Where is my Memento? Right here, we're going to stamp the bird. And I wanted it to look like a robin, and I also wanted it to match kind of the browns here. So it doesn't exactly look like a robin, but it does match the browns. Let me get these blends out of the way. We're done with that. And what I used here was the... let's see, this is the Light Cajun Craze. I use that for my stomach. And then I also have the Dark Copper Clay. Well, that's pretty much it. I don't know where the Light Copper Clay is. Oh, I used that already. Okay, so this is the Copper Clay. This is the Light Copper Clay. So we're going to, again, follow the lines. And this is the Copper Clay that I'm using, the Dark Copper Clay. Just like that. If you want to, you can also do a little swoop along here, but it's not necessary. Then I'm going to go like this. I'm just going to color the rest of him. Oh, and I forgot, this was a smart bird, wasn't it? which means he has to get some glasses on. So I'll do that in just a second, but it's not going to change anything that I'm coloring here. So let me just go like that. It's really super easy to, almost looks like it. There we go. Then I took a little bit of this Cajun Craze and I just kind of did it on the stomach. Can't really see it, but you can definitely see that it's a different color. So yeah, that was the plan anyway. And I'll take my pumpkin pie and just color in my beak right there, which looks like it's colored in. Okay, next thing we're going to do is just fussy cut this guy, and it's really not hard. I'm just going to follow the lines, go right around. I move my paper instead of moving my scissor, if that makes sense. This is a Fisker. I love this Fisker set of scissors. I do use paper snips, but for something like this, I like this because it has, I can put my whole hand in there. It doesn't get tired when it does a lot of fussy cutting. And, oh, just remembered my glasses. So no glasses for this one. This is not a smart bird. I have to tell you, I pretended I needed glasses and they decided it was just eye strain, but I wanted to look like I was smart, just like everybody else. So when I was in grade school, it's something I haven't admitted to anybody. I think they went along with it, and the eye doctor, he's like, you don't need glasses. I think that they went along with it though, and they ended up giving me absolutely clear glasses just so that I would stop complaining. But isn't that funny? Okay, I am gonna put glasses on, and I'll have to just, it's not hard to do the glasses around here. He kind of looks smart. He kind of looks like he's an afterthought, but anyway. Eventually I got tired of glasses and realized they weren't that thrilling, and now I have to wear them all the time to see anything. So I really wish I could get rid of them, but okay, we're gonna pop up this guy. A couple of dimensionals. Don't ever tell my mom about that glasses incident, because I don't think she knows yet. We'll pop this guy up just like that. And we're going to put him on the front here, but I'm going to tie a little bit of ribbon around first because I like ribbon. This is the vanilla ribbon, so it's going to match really nicely with our vanilla cardstock. This, like I said, is a thank you card. And you could use this for a librarian, but this one is meant for a teacher. And I'll show you the inside of the other one, or I'll finish it, I should say. There we go. Let me move that off to this side, just like that. And then we'll pop up this circle because it'll be a lot easier to attach it over the ribbon if it's popped up. Got one more card, and then the fancy fold card that I learned how to make this weekend. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to make it for you just because I didn't cut all the pieces, but I'm going to go like that. Just like that. And then we are going to attach that to our thick vanilla cardstock base. I left my cap off so it's drying out, if you're wondering. It's also almost empty. I'm going to go like that. Just like that. And then, because I'm going to do the inside, isn't that cute? I wish I left the glasses on, but he's still cute. I'm going to, because I'm coloring the inside with blends, I'm going to stamp that as well. I am using the Everyday Thanks stamp set for the inside. That's this one. You've got the Band-Aid, you've got the stethoscope, the pencil, the siren, the whistle. So perfect for a coach, a police or fire, a teacher, a librarian, or a nurse or a doctor. I would love it if somebody made this card for me. Okay, inside, I'm going to say, Thank you for all you do. And I'm going to stand up so I stamp it. Oh, you think she knew? I don't know if she did. Sorry, I haven't stood up until just now. I don't think she knew, unless the doctor said she's full of baloney. She doesn't need glasses. Well, now I do. Like I said, I'd give anything not to need them now. I'm going to stamp the pencil yet. Again, in Memento. And then I'm going to color it so that it looks like a pencil. Yeah, that's not great. Well, you know what? That's going to save me some time because I'm going to tell you how I colored it, because I also just found the perfect pencil that I colored back then. I think I used Daffodil Delight. Look at this. I found this just today. I think that's Flirty Flamingo. That's probably dark petal pink. That should be dark, probably dark Daffodil Delight. And then I probably used Pebbled Path for the tip. So, and then some green, which is probably Shaded Spruce, because the Ticonderoga pencils, see how they have the green bands? Okay, so we're going to glue that down instead of coloring it in, since I didn't do a great job stamping it. It's going to take us no time. Ta-da! Isn't that so cute? And we'll put that inside of our card, and it's going to be perfect for a teacher. Wait until I show you the next bird, though, and you could dress up this bird, too, if you give it as a Christmas thank you card. Go like that. I don't normally put a vanilla insert in, but because I was going to color with the blends, I was going to, but now I ended up gluing. Anyway, so that's card number 2, just like that. Okay, let's go to card number 3, which I'm so excited about. So excited. Okay, let me stand up so I can reach it, and I'm going to show you the inspiration. I was in a swap, and I got this card in a swap, and I love it. That's Pick of the Patch, and I was going to use it for a class this year. I never did get around to it. Let me move my stuff out of the way. So I decided to make a card very similar, but this is going to be a Christmas card. Okay, I've got to get rid of my mess. So much stuff. Okay, so much stuff. This is my card, and I'm so excited about it. Isn't that just the cutest card? I don't know if I'm too close. There we go. So this is the card, and it's very similar, except I used Walk in the Forest paper, and I just used one sheet of paper, and then I cut it down. So we're going to do that right now. I've got all the pieces. My bird is going to look a little bit different when we finish, because I realized I colored it Pool Party, and then I said, oh my goodness, the paper's Balmy Blue. So I recolored over it with Balmy Blue, but it still has that Pool Party tint to it. So we'll see how different it looks when I finish. So no glasses on this one. Okay. Let me take out my supplies. And the first thing we're going to do is cut our paper. So I have a paper cutter here, and I'm going to tell you what I started with was this. There we go. I've got all my supplies. I have this Pretty Peacock card base, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Yes, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Then I have this piece of paper, and before I cut it, and I'm going to try and keep it totally in line so that it looks almost like a window. Before I cut it, it was 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. So a little bit smaller than this, and then you'll see what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do first is, with my paper trimmer, I am going to take off, because I measured this card, and maybe it's supposed to be 1 inch, but it was 1 1/8 inch. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to cut off. I'm looking at the lines right here to the left. You can see we also have up to 1.5 inches on the right, I should say, of the your center track. I like to use that. I'm going to cut off the bottom first, because if I cut it down the middle first, I won't have my piece for the bottom. So we're going to cut off the bottom, just like that. Then I'm going to cut this, and this one again is going to be, nope, this is not right. It's going to be 2 inches. How does this work? I'm going to put it at 1 1/8 to the left of the track. That's what I'm going to do, because that is going to leave me just enough. How much is that? It's going to leave me 1 3/4 inches. So if I do 1 1 1/8, that leaves me 1 3/4 inches, and that's going to be perfect for my peacock base. You just have to trust me on this. So this is 1 1/8 inch wide, and how big is it? It is a little less than 3 inches tall. Like I said, it was 4 1/8 inch. Yeah, it's about 3 inches tall. I cut off 1 1/8 inches off the bottom. Oh, I'm talking in circles. Sorry about that, peeps. Okay, here we have our pretty peacock base. And I'm going to start by gluing my pieces on. So let's see if there's more glue in this one. I like the snowflakes on the back here too, but I didn't plan on the snowflakes. So we're going to put this here, nice and even. And then this piece obviously is the horizontal piece. We're going to put this at the bottom. And we're going to pray that my measurements were right so that everything matches up. Oh, this has to move a little bit more. Let me pick this up before it finishes gluing and just move it over a tiny bit more, just like that. Okay. And then we have our piece right here, the 1 1/8 inch wide vertical piece. And we're going to attach that right here. So here we have, it looks like a window pane, doesn't it? Doesn't matter if it's not completely even here, because we're going to cover that with our sentiment in just a second. Let me show you the second thing that I did. The second thing I did, if I can find my white cardstock scrap. Oh my goodness. Well, I think it's right here. Okay, the second thing I did was I took a tree from the Merriest Trees stamp set. It's a big tree. Look at this. This is a huge tree. I love this. But there's all kinds of dies that you can cut off. Just these 2, these 3, more in the middle, 4 and 5. So you can have a great big tree all the way up to a little tree. I remember a story when I was growing up, something about how somebody brought, it was a little bears. They brought a Christmas tree into the house, and it was too big, so they cut off the top, and it was perfect for the dog, and they cut off the top because it was still too big for their room. And see what I'm going to do? I'm going to just stamp this on my cardstock, and then there is a perfect die in Merriest Trees to cut it off, but I think I left it over by the paper trimmer. But see how there's all different sizes of trees? I could cut off just the top. I could have cut off the second. This is the 4th. This is the 5th. So you can go all the way up. The size that I cut is still at the paper trimmer. And so we got that. I just stamped it off the paper. You don't have to ink up the whole stamp if you're only using a little bit of it. Let me move that. And then, like I said, I die cut it, which is, voila, right there. That's my die cut stamp. And the next thing I'm going to do is stamp my bird in Memento. I'll see if I have enough room with all of my scraps here to stamp him. Just like that. And then we're going to color him or her with the Balmy Blue. The other thing though, I took the Sweet Sorbet ink pad. It might be Real Red that I used here. I can't remember. And this is from the Beary Cute. I used the little scarf, just like that. And then the little hat, just like that. And you can fussy cut all of those real quick. It really didn't take me long to fussy cut these, so let me show you again. We'll color this guy. I'll use the brush tip this time just to make it faster. I'm going to just follow the outline, like I said, where it has the darker on the stamp. An artist knew what they were doing, so I will follow them. And now I've got the lighter balmy blue, and we are going to color this guy. I think this is almost the end of my light balmy blue. It's not coloring really well, but it'll be enough to get this done, and then I'm going to have to order more Stampin' Blends. At $9, they're not terribly... Usually I have only one that runs out of ink, not both. So I'm going to color this just like that, and like I said, it's going to look a little bit different because this one was nicely colored with Pool Party first. So this is... There we go. You can tell when it gets a little spotty that you're almost done with your blend. Okay, so I've got my pieces here. Let me just cut out my bird. Oh, you know what I should do first? Needs a beak, and I don't have it. I'm going to just color the beak with a little bit right there. Okay. Cut out this guy, and we'll dress him, and we're just going to stamp Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas is also from Beary Cute. That's an adorable stamp set. I have a Stamp-A-Stack coming up on Saturday. I just finished the cards. They're nowhere close to me. I'm going to have to do a separate post. I have a Stamp-A-Stack coming up on Saturday using the Joy of Christmas designer paper with the Joyful Christmas. I think that's the name of the stamp set. It's the one with the bold words. So that's one of the options. And the other one is Beary Cute. And Beary Cute is indeed very, very cute. Okay, so we're going like this. I almost could have stamped the hat right on top, huh? But I'm going to pop it up, so it's okay. Okay, so I'm just doing a real quick job cutting. Doesn't take that long. Does probably if I was going to do 70 of these, but luckily I'm not. But I think my parents would appreciate this. They're bird watchers. They love birds. I have a Birds of Massachusetts book, so I can watch them. I've learned to recognize the cardinal call, and that's about it. I can find a cardinal anywhere just by its call now, finally. And this, thank you for sticking with me. I'm almost done, and I know you want to see the fancy fold card. It's really adorable, and I figured out that it's not that difficult to make, but it's a lot of preparation to do for a card class to go. But I will include the tutorial if you want to try it. For anybody that orders, if you order this stamp set, you know what? If you order the stamp set, I'm going to throw in this card class for free. But you have to use my host code to do that. Okay, this, I'm going to put the scarf right down there. And my hat, oh, phew, thought I lost it. Didn't cut it out. That's another quick cut. I wish this was two-way communication. We should do a Zoom sometime so that you guys could talk back to me. I don't know what your voices sound like. I don't know where you're from. I'd love to know all that. Okay, so there. Put that on there. Okay, there we go. The only thing I have to do yet is stamp my sentiment. This, I believe, is I kind of took it out of my scrap bin, 3/4 inch strip, and we are going to stamp it with Memento and the Merry Christmas from Beary Cute. It's a really nice sentiment. I should be standing up. If I'm not straight, oh, that's not great. Okay, we're going to do a better job. Let me stand up for just a second. There we go. Anne, I see that you're watching. What do you think of these cards? Aren't they cute? I really like these. Okay, we're going to cut this down. I got to spend the weekend with Anne. That was fun. We had a good time hanging out. Okay, so here's our piece of cardstock. What I'm going to do is pop up the sentiment over top of the seam. So it doesn't matter if, like I said, if there's a bigger gap than you want, because nobody's going to really see it. I'm going to put it right side up, right over here. There we go. And then we've got our tree that I've already cut. I'm going to pop up right next to it. My desk looks like my desk looked like this weekend, Anne. Dimensional backs everywhere, ink everywhere. Oh, I wish I could be a neat stamper, but that's just not me. There we go. And let's pop up our bird. Dimensionals really take things to another level. If you use dimensionals, it really makes you say, I'm not an amateur stamper. I know how to add dimension. So there we go. Perfect. And I'm going to add this to my pool party base. That is MIA. Where did my pool party base go? Oh, it's probably, no, I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to just show you. Here it is. Okay, here's my envelope. Here's my pool party base. Oh, I forgot. I'm stamping the inside too. Oh, I forgot again. So I embossed this 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white cardstock with the, I believe it's the Sending Cheer. It might not be, because that's the name of the stamp set, but this beautiful, really fun folder. If you emboss with a thin folder like this folder, I think I did that last week. If you emboss with that, you just have to put it between 2 clear plates and the base platform. No extra die cutting piece in between, and you're not going to use the gray or the blue top plate. You're going to just use 2 clear plates above and below when you do that. Okay. Now, Mickey's dreaming. I don't know if you can hear him. He's making some noise. Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to add it here, just like that. Can you hear him snoring? It's so funny. Okay, and then I've got my white inside. This is what I'm going to do with that. Really quick and easy. I'm going to take my memento and I'm going to stamp the branch from the Bird's Eye View stamp set. And it's a bare branch because it's winter. I'll put it right there. It's not a great job stamping. It's a little light, but that's okay. And then I have a baby bird that is going to go on the branch right there. So again, in memento, it's going to again be colored with, gotta stand up so I can see the feet. Don't want the feet up in the air. There we go. Yes, my desk is a disaster. Do you remember? That was this weekend. I'm like, okay, time out, time to clean again. Seriously. Okay, so this again, this is the SU 200. This is one of the flesh tone colors, but it makes a good branch because I have known this before, but can you believe that they don't have an early espresso blend? So that's that. We'll color this guy again. Like I said, don't worry about, oh, I'm getting long-winded. Oh no, I started late, I forgot. Okay, let me color this guy real quick and glue it to the inside, and I'll finish before the end of the hour. That's my Christmas clock, and I usually wait until it starts to sing to me before I start my Facebook Live. But then if I get long-winded, it runs into me at the other end, so I just can't win. There we go. And we're just going to attach that inside our card. And that card is right here. Let me just glue that in, and then I'm going to show you the fun fold card. I know I keep bribing you to stay to the end so you can see this really, really neat card, which also uses bird's eye view, by the way. Gina and Joanne are masters at figuring out fun folds, so they taught us this class. There's our card. So cute, huh? I could add some gems yet. I probably will. But so we've got this card. We've got our teacher appreciation card right there. And our last card is this card, A Harvest of Blessings. Ta-da. Okay, let me show you the fun fold card real quick. This is it. Move it up. Sorry. Thanks, Martha. I got to see Martha and Lori and Penny and Susan this afternoon, which was really fun. So here we go. You know, I should have just brought this over and then we'd be all set, but this is the fun fold card. So cute, looks so intimidating, right? It really is not. You've got three squares. These two are, let's see, 1 7/8, so it's probably 1 3/4 for the shimmer paper, the peacock shimmer. So 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. You do 2 of them with 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inch shimmer paper. This one here, the paper is 2.5 inches and the shimmer paper is 2 3/8. So just 1/8 of an inch less leaves you a 1/16 inch margin on all sides. Now this is what it is. You have this piece of cardstock. I don't know if you can see that, just like that. It's scored like I would say every 3/4 of an inch, and it's probably, oh, it's 2.5 inches long, and it's scored every, yes, 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 times 4 is going to be 3 inches long by 2.5 inches high. Does that make sense? You score it every 3/4 of an inch. Then you fold those pieces in and you put cardstock, you put tear and tape on those two. So you've got, let's see, you've got it so that so that your seam is right here at the top. And you put tear and tape on each strip, and then you lay it on the seam and attach it on each side of the seam, and that makes your pop-up mechanism, and then you just make sure your bird is not in the fold. So that's really what it is. Like I said, I'll include the directions, but anyway, okay, I'm going to, I'm going to flip real quick and say hello and goodbye. I had a great time seeing you today. I had a great time stamping with you. Sorry, I'm a little scattered. One of these days, I'm going to have my act together. It's going to be a great day. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next week.